Wow. Wow, guys, I honestly wasn't expecting the live video to get disconnected. I think it's because we were talking about the whole gender identity stuff. The Instagram live video just disconnected by itself, which is crazy. It looks like they're listening to our live video and they didn't like what I was talking about, which is crazy, guys. Because the live video just suddenly disconnected. Like I was talking and then I just got out of Instagram. So I was like, it's most probably because of the topic we were talking about, which is the whole, like men joining women's sports and so on. That's crazy. T Law is saying hi, Treka. Hi, T Law. How are you doing? Amber and Serena just joined the live video. Hodge Mitchell is saying hi, Treka. Hugs from San Diego. Thank you so much, Hodge. Really appreciate it. New fresh faces saying you always love your videos. Hilarious. Thank you so much. Kenny saying Instagram is a big bully. There is no free speech. Well, I mean, it's really crazy. Like we were having a conversation and then suddenly the Instagram live video just got disconnected completely. So I was like, what the hell happened? Millie is saying hello from Pennsylvania. Hello, Millie. How are you doing? How are things in Pennsylvania? From which area in Pennsylvania are you from? I know a couple of areas like Culp Plant or some shit like that, Shamoking. Lauren is saying hi, my friend. Hi, Lauren. How are you doing? Air Sam is saying Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook are highly censored. I mean, what is the solution, my friend? Like, these are the platforms where everyone is always online and active. So, like, if I'm gonna do videos, I'm definitely gonna be posting them on these like platforms because I can't be posting my videos in a platform that only has like 1,000 users. I'm trying to get my message to reach more and more people. So it's like you have no choice, but to post in these kinds of platforms. But like you said, they don't have freedom of speech. It's like you're only allowed to talk about the things they allow you to talk about, which is crazy. Linda saying hello from Michigan. We love your videos. It makes our day. Thank you so much, Linda. Lauren is saying hello, my friend Hugs from Texas. Hello, Lauren. We have a lot of Americans today. Super Kaman is saying hala hala from California. Hello, Super Kaman. Air Sam is saying leftists have a long history of denying free speech. I mean, well, yeah, if you're saying anything that offends them, then to them that's called hate speech. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Leon is saying hello from Michigan. Hello, Leon. How are you doing? Hope everything's all right. Girl with the golden soul is saying, "Come to Florida, Treka." Well, Florida is one of like the really cool states in America. I heard a lot of like the nature there is nice, the weather is good, a lot of nice beaches over there. So I would love to come to Florida one day. It's very possible for it to happen in the future. Sonny is saying it happens during Canada Freedom Fighters live chat all the time. Well, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, my friend. Uh, Air Sam is saying, I don't know Truth Media, but you might try to post videos there. I've never heard of that. Is that like a platform like Facebook and YouTube or what? Gladiman is saying, hi again, hugs from Connecticut, but wish I was back in Sarasota. Thank you so much. Serena Felix is saying midterms votings are coming up. Well, if I'm gonna predict, I think the Republicans are going to win because the amount of rubbish that has been happening under the Democratic Party in America is just crazy. I mean, look at the economy, look at the situation, look at what's happening, like even like in the Middle East because of Joe Biden's foreign policy. I mean, things are really crazy. Like, I honestly don't understand how the hell Joe Biden became president. Like, how the hell did people really take this guy seriously and vote for him? Like, the guy is not fit to be president. He's very old. He has dementia. He can't say a full sentence without sounding like an anus. Whenever he tries to walk up a stairs, he falls down. He mumbles a lot. He can't make a complete sentence. And forget all of that. Forget all of those like stuff. Like to me, those aren't like important reasons for him to not be president. I think the main like things we should focus on are his actions. I mean, look at what he did from the first year he became president to today. Like from the first month of Joe Biden's presidency, he dropped bombs and rockets on Syria. Like the guy hasn't been president for only 30 days, and the first thing he did was throw bombs and rockets on Syria before he even gave Americans their stimulus check. Then look at what happened in Afghanistan because of his stupidity. He pulled out all the US troops from Afghanistan in a very dumb way, making and leaving all the American weapons there, allowing the Taliban to take over, and they took over the American weapons, and they terrorized the whole country, and they caused a huge refugee crisis in Afghanistan. That's all because of Joe Biden's stupidity. Now, is he stupid or did he do that intentionally? That's a question we should all be asking ourselves. Then look at what's happening in America. Look at the border crisis. Look at the economy. Look at inflation. Look at what happened in Ukraine and Russia. Now he's putting all the blame for his failure on Russia and Putin. Like now the whole reason why America's fucked up and the whole reason why America's economy is bad is because of Putin. Now he's so happy that there's a war between Russia and Ukraine, because now any failure that happens, he's going to be able to say, oh, it's because of Putin's fault. It's not because he's a stupid president that doesn't know how to manage the country and how to, he's an idiot. He's really dumb. And not only is he dumb, he's very evil, because look, the main reason right now my life is like this is because of Joe Biden and Obama. Like there is no way around it. Like my country, Syria, got completely destroyed because of Joe Biden and Obama. Because the war in Syria happened in the year 2011. That was when Obama was president and Joe Biden was his vice president. They wanted to overthrow the Syrian government so badly that they started funding ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and they started sending them money and weapons so that they can fight the Syrian army and government, and they were hoping that with doing so they would be able to overthrow the Syrian government, and then Obama and Joe Biden would be able to put a puppet president that would say yes to the West. But look at what happened. The Syrian army was very strong, and they were able to fight ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and they were able to liberate 70 to 80% of Syrian land from ISIS. Of course, with the help of Russia. Russia came in and they helped the Syrian government in fighting ISIS and Al-Qaeda. But the main reason why Syria is destroyed and the economy is destroyed and there are millions of Syrian refugees all over the world is because of Obama and Joe Biden's foreign policy. If they didn't fund ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and if they didn't start sending them money and weapons, Syria would have still remained as one of the safest and cheapest countries in the whole world. It's really crazy and it's really sad. Like, do you think I am happy that I am living outside of my country in Africa? I'm not happy. I wish I would have stayed in my country forever, but my country has reached to the point that it's not livable anymore. Like, you can't make money anymore. You can't live safely. You can't, live a normal life anymore, because Syria is a country that has been going through 10 years of war. Like, imagine living in a war zone for 10 years. Nobody can live that. Nobody can tolerate that. Nobody can. It's very difficult. Like, you guys, no matter how much I explain it to you, like, until you live in a war zone where your life is constantly in danger and you're surrounded by terrorists and there is economic sanctions and so on, you can't. Like, you have no way but to run away. Like, you can't. It's very difficult. So all of this happened because of Joe Biden and Obama. So of course I'm going to be making videos and I'm going to be exposing his foreign policies and his actions, because this guy needs to be exposed. And not only does he need to be exposed, people like Joe Biden and Obama and Hillary Clinton, like all of these people, they deserve to be thrown in jail, not only exposed and made fun of. They need to be thrown in jail because of all of the atrocities and because of all the lives that died because of their actions and foreign policy. Like, this is a very, very important thing that everyone should be aware of and everyone should be educated of. I know most of the people in America, Not all of them know these kinds of stuff because the mainstream media always lies to you and always tries to, distract you with stupid news. Oh, did you hear Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Oh, and they'll talk about it for 20 days. Did you see how he slapped him? Who was wrong? Was it Chris Rock? Was it Will Smith? What are we going to do now? Who gives a flying fuck about two millionaires, Hollywood actors slapping each other? Like, nobody cares. Look at what is going on in the world. People are losing their lives. People are getting fired from their jobs. Countries are being destroyed. Economic sanctions are being implemented. Rockets are falling. People are dying. Refugee crisis is happening. And they're talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Or did you hear Kim Kardashian is going to divorce Kanye West? Oh my God, how am I going to live knowing this fact today? Kim Kardashian is going to divorce Kanye West? Wow, we should talk about this for 30 days. Oh my God, she's dating now a comedian. And now Kanye West is stalking Kim Kardashian. And he bought a house near Kim Kardashian so that he can keep an eye on her. It's like, who cares? Who cares? It's their personal life. Are you telling me that normal people don't get a divorce? It happens everywhere. Why is that news? How is that helpful? How is that useful? Let them get a divorce. Who gives a fuck? We need to be talking about things that really impact the human race, like the wars, like the criminal acts that these governments are doing. Because at the end of the day, who are the people that are paying the price? Isn't it us? Isn't it us, the people? We are the ones that are paying the price. We are the ones that are suffering. When America's throwing bombs and rockets on Syria or Afghanistan or whatever, who's paying for that? Isn't it the American people? It's from the American people's tax dollars. It's that taking money from you guys, and instead of them to use that money to rebuild America and make America a better and a stronger country, fix the streets, fix the infrastructure, help the homeless people of America. What are they doing with this money? They're using this money to start wars and to send weapons to other countries and to sell Saudi Arabia weapons so that Saudi Arabia can keep on bombing the innocent people of Yemen and sending weapons to Ukraine and sending weapons to ISIS and Al-Qaeda in America. Is that what they are doing? Like, how is that acceptable? Like, they are actually taking money from the American people to do this. They should use that money to improve the healthcare system, to improve the education system in America, to fix the border crisis, to help fix the economy in America. There are many, many things that America needs, that the American government could use the American people's tax money to fix in America. But instead, they're sending, for an example, I swear you guys can all research all of this stuff. They're actually sending millions of dollars. Oh my God, this is just so unbelievable. They're sending millions of dollars to Pakistan for gender study. Imagine how silly that is. America sent millions of dollars to Pakistan so that Pakistan can have gender studies. Oh, my gender, I identify as a tree. And like, what? What? How is that happening, And look, I'm going to be honest, most of this is the American people's fault. It's like you guys are silent about it. So when they're seeing that you guys are not doing anything about it and you're not complaining and you're not standing up for your country, they're going to continue doing it. But if the whole American people like stand up and unite and be like, yo, no more wars, no more sending money and weapons to other countries. Like, instead of us to send money and weapons to other countries, why don't we improve our life in this country? Why don't we improve the life of the American people? If you guys really do that, then there will really be change. But as long as you guys are silent and you keep on fighting each other over like silly stuff, the American corrupted politicians are winning. That's what they want. They want to keep you guys distracted with silly stuff so that you wouldn't be paying attention to the atrocities and criminal acts that they are doing in the world, So that's why my hairiness is here. My hairiness is here to educate you guys and to tell you guys what is really going on, and at the same time make you guys laugh, because life is already cruel. So why should we cry about it? We can laugh about it, educate ourselves about it, and try to find a way to really solve the problem. America, Treka to 2024. I'm going to run for the American presidency in 2024. So you guys can vote for my hairiness. I'm looking for a hairy person to also run to be my vice president, because in the White House, no one is allowed to not be hairy like me, unless of course they're a lady. If I see a woman with hair on under her armpit or hands, she's immediately getting thrown in jail. So that's how it is. I think the electricity is going to come because I heard a noise. Yes! Yes! Hallelujah! Look at my whiteness. See, we were living in the dark. How life is cruel. But we don't give a flying fuck because it will come around. Things will improve. See, now we have electricity. Now you can see me clearly and we can talk. And now there is an AC on. So now I'm not going to be sweating and suffering while I'm communicating with you lovely people. We can talk. You can look at my whiteness. See how white I am. I am whiter than a bag of cocaine. That's what I am. Whiter than a bag of cocaine and whiter than a snowman. And you know what? Since there is electricity right now, I can enjoy my mango. Look, I've been eating healthy, guys. You guys don't understand. I've been trying to be healthy. Eating fruits, eating vegetables, eating, healthy food, huh? Someone is calling me beautiful. You can't call me beautiful because I'm a man. You will call me handsome. You will call me cute. You can call me sexy. But beautiful, I mean, it's like calling me adorable. It's like, what the hell, man? Can't you see? How am I beautiful? I am handsome, sexy, maybe cute, but not beautiful. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't let me come to America and slap you. It's not funny. I'm joking. He's saying beautiful soul. Thank you so much. I'm just joking with you. You can call me whatever you want. So yeah, that's it, guys. See, this is the life I am living. Unfortunately, I don't know why I am cursed. I honestly don't know why I am cursed. It's like the last 10 years of my life I was living in a war zone, and now I am living in Nigeria with the same fucking problems with the electricity. And the problem is, like with Syria, it is understandable why we didn't have electricity, because there was a war and there was economic sanctions. So obviously the economy is destroyed. So that's why we don't have electricity. But like with Nigeria, what's the excuse? With Nigeria, the reason is because of corruption. That's it. It's because the government is so corrupted to the point that they don't want to fix the electricity problem, because there are many big generator companies in Nigeria, and these generator companies, they're paying millions of dollars to the Nigerian government to keep the electricity bad, so that these generator companies can keep on making profits. Look at how cruel that is. Look at how cruel. They would pay the Nigerian government millions to keep the electricity very bad, so that they can keep on making profits. And who is going to suffer? Us. I mean, I don't think you guys in America don't have electricity problem, but I am sure as soon as I enter America, there will become an electricity problem, because I know my luck. That has been my life for the past 12 years. So it's going to be following me till the end of time. Mayor Boy is saying, is Nigeria deep state? I think Nigeria is in deep shit, not in deep state. It's a very corrupted country. It's a very corrupted country with a lot of problems. Like if I'm going to explain how bad it is in Nigeria, like you guys wouldn't understand. There is an electricity problem. It's very dangerous, especially for white people. Like you would hear about kidnappings and shit like that. They would kidnap a white person because they have this on that if you are a... I think the internet got... Okay, I think we're back. They have this understanding that if you are a white person in Nigeria, then you must be a billionaire. I don't know who gave them this perception, but they have this, if you're a white person living in Nigeria, then you're a billionaire. So you hear a lot of stories of kidnappings and shit like that. The roads are very bad. You have gutters in the street where you find like men and women taking a piss and a shit in the middle of the street. Guys, I'm not even making this up. The other day I was driving my car and there was a dude taking a piss in the middle of the road, like he was pissing at the gutter. So I stopped my car, I pulled out my phone, and I started filming him. So when I started filming him, he got shy. I was like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, why did you stop? Continue polluting the land. And he was like, oh, don't film me, don't film me. I told him, why shouldn't I film you? Look at what you're doing. You're pissing in the middle of the road and you don't want me to expose you. Then he got shy and he embarrassed and he left. He walked away. But it's very normal to see a man or a woman taking a piss in the middle of the road. It's just, I don't understand how works, you know. At least if you are going to piss in the middle of the road, at least try to hide, you know, go behind a wall where nobody's going to see you, and then pull out your anaconda and piss. But don't do it in the middle of the road like I am eating. Like, why should I look at that, you know? Anyway, so Nigeria has problems. That's one of the main reasons why I'm not planning on staying here, you know. As soon as I find a way out and I find a way out to get a visa, I'm definitely leaving. Definitely leaving. I'm not coming back at all. But I'm also grateful that I am out of a war zone, so I'm not really complaining. I'm just explaining to you guys my reality. You know, you guys deserve to know the truth. So I'm just telling you the truth, you know, what is really going down. Because I can easily lie and tell you, oh, it's wonderful over here. It's really nice and really beautiful. Very civilized country, very safe, very clean. No, it's none of that. So it's just the truth. If anyone wants to join the live video, please just send me a request and then we can have a conversation, because I really enjoy you know, talking with you guys. Girl with the golden soul is saying, how can we help you? Well, the way you can help me is this. If you know a way for me to get a visa out of Nigeria, please contact me. Like, if you can get me a visa, please contact me and we will work on it. So Chilib is saying, get a girlfriend in America or Mexico and get the fuck out. So I should have an American girlfriend. Okay. So if there is any girl with a big ass, I mean personality, because I'm really into personality, and she really wants to be my girlfriend, come over to Nigeria, let's date, babe. I'm joking, but I mean, there are other ways, my friend. There are other ways, I'm sure. We need to figure it out, but it's doable. It's not like it's impossible for me to get a visa. It's just difficult because of my Syrian nationality. That's my problem. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions? I need to smoke a cigarette. Now I'm sure people are gonna be like, Treka, stop smoking. Oh my god. Instead of you to be smoking that cigarette, you could be sucking on my lips. I know I'm really working on quitting, but sometimes I just get so stressed that I really need a cigarette. And now the lighter's not working. There's a gas crisis, you guys know. Gas prices are very high, so even in lighters. Yup. You need to get an agent and do stand-up comedy. Well, yeah, definitely. I really want to, because listen, bro, the thing is, if I come to the United States and I start doing stand-up comedy, like, I really have confidence in myself that I can compete with the big names. I really can compete with the big names, because first of all, I am authentic. Second of all, I have a lot of material and I understand how the world works. And I've been doing this for many years, dude. Like, I used to do stand-up comedy in Syria during the war zone, like, and I used to do stand-up comedy and I used to expose ISIS and Al-Qaeda and all of this shit when ISIS was surrounding the country. Like, I honestly have always had this I don't give a fuck attitude, and it has taken me to a lot of beautiful places, so I'm never stopping, you know. So definitely, if I'm able to find an agent and start doing stand-up comedy in the United States, dude, that would be amazing. I have a lot of material, like, it's countless. Like, I can make fun about many things happening in America. It's going to be hilarious. I'm educative at the same time and fun. It's going to be great, but at first, you know, we have to take things step by step. First of all, we need to work on getting the visa. And once I reach there, then we can start talking about stand-up comedy. Because once I reach there, like, all I have to do is just go to a bar, a stand-up comedy club, and just tell them, yo, can I do like a 30 minutes show Friday or whatever, and then I'll start doing comedy. More people will start knowing about me, about my page. I'll start gaining more followers. I'll start booking more stand-up comedy shows and stuff like that. And then, you know, you start growing, so it's definitely, it will definitely work. But like I said, like, first of all, we need to really work on finding a way for me to get a visa. And once I get a visa, like, the rest of this stuff is doable and easy, and it's not even going to be a problem. String Bin is saying you'll have to hit open mic nights. Well, that's definitely what I'm going to do. And plus, I'm very good at improvisation, so I really have no fear, you know, in performing stand-up comedy. I have a lot of material already, you know, and I also have my keyboard, if you guys can see. So, like, I'll also be doing like musical comedy, stand-up comedy. I can also rap. I can also do beatbox. I can do political analysis. There are many stuff. Like, when it comes to like content creation and performing, I have a lot of, you know, weapons in my arsenal, like they say. So that's not what I am worried about. What I am worried about is the visa thing, because that's really the challenge. It's not anything else. Social BC, I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro, but he said, or she said, it's a woman, I think, I'm sorry. You have to prove that you are good at your craft. You should look into that. Well, I'll definitely look into that. Our immigration process is so screwed up. It should be easy for people like you to come to the US. Makes no sense. Well, I think the main reason why it is difficult is because of my Syrian nationality. You know, because like as soon as they hear Syria, they would immediately be like, oh, is he a terrorist? Is he whatever? Is he from ISIS? Or like whatever they start thinking of. It's like as if we Syrians were not human beings. It's like the ISIS and Al-Qaeda, not all of them were Syrians. Most of them were coming from outside of Syria. They were coming from Afghanistan. They were coming from Libya. They were coming from Iraq. They were coming from all of these other countries. There were also ISIS members that were coming from Canada and Europe. So for them to now have this whole, like, to paint all the Syrian people as like ISIS and Al-Qaeda people, it just doesn't make sense. Like, and plus, like, if they have this perception that every Syrian is a Muslim. Like, there are many Syrians that are not Muslims. There are Christian Syrians, there are Christian Catholics, Christian Orthodox, there are Jewish Syrians, there are Druze Syrians, there are Alawi Syrians, there are Muslim Syrian. So it's like Syria is a very diverse country. So it's not like all Muslims, or, you know, like, there are different ethnicities. There are Kurds, there are Armenians that are Syrians, you know, there are Kurdish Syrians, Armenian Syrians. So Syria is a very rich and diverse country, like, when it comes to culture and, you know, ethnicity and religion and history. And so, like, they have this understanding that Syrians are all, I don't know, man, it's just crazy. So she lives is saying, I'm serious, look into the visa for comedy. I'm definitely going to look into it, and I hope it really works. But the problem is, as soon as the American government looks at my Instagram or Facebook page and they see me exposing Joe Biden on a daily basis, they'll be like, oh my god, we don't need this guy to come to America because he's going to expose the American government. I need to start doing videos of how great Joe Biden is. Did you see how he said a complete sentence today? He is so amazing. He walked up the stairs without falling. He really is presidential. Oh my god, if only Joe Biden could be president forever. I need to start doing videos like that, so that when they see this, they'll be like, damn, yeah, finally, you know, somebody that loves this motherfucker. Bring him in, get him the visa, and give him like complete residency, and give him the American citizen, because we want him to vote Democrat in the next election. That's what I need to start doing. So is saying it's easy to cross the border from Mexico. Well, that's what everyone is telling me. Just travel to Mexico and cross the American border. But I mean, it's just too risky, and I honestly don't prefer to come to America illegally. I would prefer to come legally. You know, I don't want to start running away from the government and, oh, where are you and why did you enter? I don't want all that kind of nonsense and problems. So that's why I would prefer to come in legally, so that I wouldn't have any problem, because like I have a career to build, I have a life to build. So I don't want to be living in stress and paranoia all my life, you know. I've had enough of that in the war zone in Syria and in living in Nigeria. So I think I deserve to live peacefully you know, because like now after 2 months I'm going to become 29 years old, so I would prefer to live like in a civilized first world country, like in my 30s and above, you know. Dorka saying they can watch the plethora of your work though, they'll see you're not like stereotypical Syrians. Well, that's also a good point. I mean, we will see. We will see. It will either work, it will either not work, but I really have like faith that it will work. Cher is saying, can you claim refugee status? I think in Canada Syrians can. Well, yeah, you can, but also the same problem, visa. Like I need to find a way to reach Canada, and then when I reach Canada I can then claim like a refugee status, you know. That's the thing. We will see. I'm gonna work on it. If anybody has any idea of like a way that they know someone that did it and it worked, please like hit me up, send me a message on my inbox. Laura sent, put on a Biden-Harris t-shirt and come in through the Mexican border. That's also a good idea. Maybe I should do that. Build back better. That's what I should be wearing. And maybe like on the back a picture of Rachel Maddow to be like, this dude is woke. So we need more of him like that. Girl with the golden soul is saying, can you apply to work here seasonally, then work from the US to make it permanent? Well, look, guys, you need a work visa. So if let's say someone has a company and is able to send me a work visa, then yes, that can definitely work. Then I'll get a work visa, I'll travel to America, and then when I reach America, I can then work on staying there permanently. So yeah. Dorka saying, we need your comedic healing, brother. Man, I really appreciate it. Serena Felix is saying, are all Syrians hairy? Let me see. Are all Syrians hairy? No, not all Syrians are hairy. And by the way, guys, like, you know, I've always like I created this rumor about myself and now everyone believes it. But if you look at my body, I am honestly not that hairy. Like, I'm normal. Okay, yes, I have hair on my chest because I'm a fucking man. You know, I'm not going to be shaving the hair on my chest, but like, I don't have hair on my back or hair, like, I just have normal, I'm averagely hairy, but it's a nice reputation, so I'm just gonna keep on saying it. So yeah. Carol is saying, how did you come to speak English so well? Well, I was raised in Nigeria. I lived the first 15 years of my life in this country, and then I traveled to Syria to complete my education. I went to Syria in 2008 to study university because Nigeria was a very dangerous country to, you know, be studying here. So I traveled back to Syria in 2008, and then after 3 years the war started. So when the war started, I got stuck in Syria. I wasn't able to come back to Nigeria because when the war started, the airport closed, all the embassies closed, the country became closed and filled with terrorism and rockets and bombs and all of this stuff, that I was stuck in Syria from 2011 till 2021. So I stayed stuck in the war zone trying to find a way out for 10 years. And then when I finally found a way out, I found a very difficult way out, because the way I left Syria was that I traveled from Syria to Lebanon, and then from Lebanon I traveled to Egypt, and then from Egypt I traveled to Nigeria. Like, look at how many, you know, roads it took for me to leave Syria. So it was definitely very stressful, and but you know, when I found a way out, I was able to find a way out for me and my family and like my cat. So it's not that I was selfish and I was like, you know what, I'm only living by myself, I'm leaving my family there. No, we all left, but it was very stressful and it was very difficult and very dangerous, but thankfully we were able to find a way out. So that's how I was able to, that's why I'm very good at speaking English, because Nigeria is an English-speaking country, because, you know, the United Kingdom conquered Nigeria for many years, so everyone in Nigeria speaks English. And I was in a school that, I went to 2 schools in Nigeria. One had an British curriculum and the other one had an American curriculum. So my English is very good. I was raised in an English-speaking country. I was raised, my dad worked in the satellite business, so most of like the TV channels that I grew up and was raised watching were all like American. It's called DSTV. I don't know if you guys know it. It's called DSTV. and all the American channels are there, all the European channels are there. So I grew up like watching American TV, American movies, American sports, American cartoon, music, all of this stuff. So that's why, you know, a lot of people will be very surprised. It's like, this guy Treka, it's like he's so educated about like America and American politics and like European stuff. Like, how is he so educated when he's a Syrian and was living in Syria? But this is the truth. It's like I was raised in Nigeria, and I grew up like in an American school. I watched American TV all my life and so on. So that's how I was very, very well educated. So it's like when I watch or when I talk, like I'm able to understand all the references and all of this stuff because I was raised and I grew up on that. So I'm eating my mango. Socialib is saying I'm from Long Beach, California. That's nice. I heard California has a very nice like beaches over there, and but I also heard like California is one of the most expensive states in America, and the taxes are very high, and a lot of pansexuals and a lot of homeless people over there. So, but it's definitely a very nice place to visit one day. Tyre Cruz is saying I'm living in Tennessee, originally from California. Well, Tyre, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Tennessee or do you prefer California? I think Tennessee is way more cheaper for you than California because, like I said earlier, it was California's maybe the most expensive state in the United States right now. Dorka is saying I know someone here has to be single and willing to mingle. Hello, ladies, do it for a good cause. Well, if she's single and ready to mingle, bro, send her to Nigeria. I'll take her to all the gutters, show her all the people that are taking pisses in the street, and we will enjoy, don't worry. Sonia Govahi is saying student visa. That's also a way. Education visa. But the problem with education visa, it's so fucking expensive as far as I understood. Like, you need more than like $15,000 just to pay for the first semester or some shit like that. It's expensive, education visa, but it works. It really works, education visa. So I don't know, maybe worst case scenario, if like we weren't able to find any other solution, maybe we could do education visa, and like maybe I can start something like a GoFundMe account, and then we can use that money to travel. And then when I reach America, I'll be like, I don't want to study anymore. Sonia saying works in Canada. Definitely. I have a friend who did the same exact stuff. He gathered some money. He applied for a education visa in Canada, and then they accepted him after he paid for the first semester. And then when he traveled to Canada, he applied for refugee status in Canada, and that was when the Canadian government was not allowed to send him back or kick him out anymore. He got a refugee status, he got some help from the government, and I think in 3 or 4 years they will give him citizenship. That's what I heard, you know, that's what my friend told me. So it definitely works in Canada. I think America is the most difficult country to get a visa to. Canada and Australia is way more easier. Navy is saying, how much does the visa cost? The visa doesn't cost much. The problem is not, the visa problem isn't the money. The visa problem is the approval. Like, we need to get an approval from the American embassy to give me the visa. Because the visa, I think it costs something like $100 or like $150. It's not expensive. What is hard is for you to get the approval to get the visa, not to pay for the visa. That's the problem, guys. String being a sane male order husband. So what, you want me to pretend that I am a homosexual and be like, oh, I want to marry this man, but they're not allowing me to do so in Nigeria, so I need to travel to America and be with the love of my life. Sonia saying student visa works in Canada and not too expensive. Well, if that's the way, then that's the way. I'm gonna do more research on it, because like Canada is really close to America. So if I get a work visa, student visa in Canada, and then I apply for refugee, I think in 2 years, like I would be able to travel out of the country, and then I can go to America and start doing stand-up comedy there. So maybe student visa is the easiest. But like I said, guys, the problem is it's very expensive. It's very expensive. Like you need at least something like $15,000. It's very expensive. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Either I need to start working and save up, or we can do something like a GoFundMe, just at least to pay for the first semester. And then when we pay for the first semester, they will give me the visa, then I'll reach Canada, I'll apply for refugee status, then they will not be able to kick me out of Canada anymore. And in 3 or 4 years, I can get the citizenship. So that really makes sense, you know, thinking about it now. Thank you so much, Sonia. You really were helpful. That's really a good idea. I need to work on it. This arm is saying, you better get your hairiness here fast. You promised we'll go to DC and have a drink with Nancy while she's still standing. I definitely will. Listen, guys, I honestly, I'm being very honest. You know, when I make it to the West, all of you guys are coming to my stand-up comedy show for free. I'm really honest. Like, all of you guys are coming for free. And after the stand-up comedy ends, we're gonna sit down. I'll get some beer or some alcohol and we'll all drink and have fun, and it's going to be really, really a very, very nice story, like a very happy ending, you know. I don't mean that in a sexual way, but you know, like a happy ending, like after all of these years we really were able to make it work, so it's gonna be good. And by the way, this arm, I really appreciate your support. I have noticed you've been a very long supporter of mine. Like you've been a follower of mine for many years now, so I just want to tell you that I notice it and I really appreciate your support. You always write down positive comments and you're always like supportive, so don't think that I don't notice like my supporters and my followers. I know each and every one of you. I know who are the new supporters, I know who are the old supporters, I know the people that have been following me since I was in Syria doing stand-up comedy there. Like I know all of you. I know all of you, like from the names and from the profile pictures. Most importantly, don't change your profile picture so that I wouldn't stop knowing who you are. But I know most of you guys and I really appreciate it. And you guys really, like I said, give me positive energy and you make my life easier, because like I remember when I was in Syria, I can't really lie. Like life was really difficult. It really was difficult and it was very depressing and so on. But when I used to do a video and then I get all of these positive comments and support from all of you guys, like just look at this live video for an example, like all of you are trying to figure out a way to get me the visa and you're recommending this way. Someone is telling me cross the American border illegally. Someone is telling me go and marry an American citizen. The others tell me do an education student visa or a work visa. So just like to see you guys really trying to find a way out for me is it really makes me happy, and I really, really appreciate all of your support. So thank you all so fucking much. I love you all so much. Cher loves animals says farm workers needed in British Columbia, so look into that work visa. Farm workers, I mean, to be honest, the only person I know how to milk is myself. So if I'm going to be a farm worker, like I'm not going to be able to be milking cows and goats. Like you want me to start holding the nipples and do chick 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 chick. That's the life for me. Is that the life that you What are you doing, Treka, in America? Well, I'm milking this fucking goat. So that's what you're doing in America. I thought you were going there to be a fucking comedian. No, no, no. Look at this cow. Look at how I'm milking it. Oh my god. Tyre Cruz is saying, I love a man that has hair on his body. I mean, look, Tyre Cruz, let's be honest. I'll keep you warm in the winter. You know, all of these American men that you guys have that are hairless, you know, when you're hugging him in the middle of the night, he's going to make you feel colder, but come with me. When I hug you in the middle of the night and my hairy chest comes on top of your beautiful chest, it will keep you warm in the winter. We will save so much like gas for the heater and all of this fireplace. We will save wood and fire and all of this stuff. You will be warm with me, with your boy. I need a new lighter, guys. Girl with the golden soul is saying there are companies here where I am in Florida that hire seasonal workers at a resort down the street. Well, if they're down the street, ask them if they're able to get me a visa, and I'm definitely down because I used to work in the Ministry of Tourism, so I really have a lot of experience, you know, with like resorts and hotels and stuff like that. Dorka saying Tyre Cruz is willing to marry you, Treka. My husband can officiate. Wow, see, I didn't know that I'm going to get married tonight. Wow, I was just doing this live video to have a beautiful conversation with you guys, and now I have a wife. Okay, whoever you are, Tyre Cruz, if you're willing to marry me, come down to Nigeria. We'll get married. You can sit on my face, you know, I have a big nose, so it's all good. It's all good. Hype Chick Sharel is saying, are you Christian, Treka? I am half Christian. My father is half Orthodox Christian and half Druze. Druze is a minority religion that only exists in Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, the Golan Heights. It's a minority group. They believe in reincarnation and like they're more into spiritual stuff. And my dad is half Orthodox Christian, and we come from a very ancient Christian town in Syria called Malula. It's in Damascus countryside. You guys can Google Malula, Maaloula. It's one of the most ancient Christian towns in the world, not in the Middle East, in the world. And the people of Ma'alula till today, they still speak Aramaic, which is the language of Jesus Christ. So that's where my grandma is from. So you guys can be Christian, but I am definitely more Christian than you guys because I come from the real area, you know. And it's definitely, you can find like references of it in the Bible. If you guys read about Saint Thecla, Thecla, she was from Ma'alula. And if you guys are like, you know, educated in Bible, you know, Saint Thecla was running away from, you know, people that wanted to do her harm, and then she reached into like a big mountain or like a big wall, and then she went down on her knees and she started praying to Jesus Christ, asking him, you know, to save her. And then suddenly the walls split into two, and Jesus was able to give her like a passage for her to escape the people that wanted to kill her. And that place where they say the split, it's still in Ma'alula, and I have went there a lot of times, and I've done a video about it. If you guys see the splitted mountain, it will give you goosebumps, guys, because if you look at the side on the left and the side on the right, like they complete each other, you understand? So this Christian town that my grandma is from is very ancient and very holy. Like every time, like whenever it was Easter or it was like Christmas or any like Christmas holiday, I would always go there. I would celebrate like with all, you know, the people over there. It's a very beautiful area, very, very beautiful area. It's called Ma'alula, and I'm so proud that, you know, I have like roots from there, because it's a very historical and very ancient Christian town. It's very beautiful. You know, just talking about it right now, I really, really miss it so much. It's a very beautiful place. And just to tell you guys a very important information, you know, when Obama was president and Obama started funding ISIS and Al-Qaeda, ISIS and Al-Qaeda actually went to the town of Ma'alula, and they started like burning ancient and old, like thousands of years of churches. They were breaking like statues, they were burning churches, they were kidnapping nuns, they were killing Christians. My father's cousin was one of the people that got killed by ISIS because they caught him praying in the church. I don't know if you guys know, like my old supporters that have been following me for many years already know this story because I've said it before in my old videos. But now I've been getting a lot of new followers every single day, so not everyone knows my background. But it's good that today we're doing this live video so that you guys can know more about me, because I think you guys deserve to know this. So my father's cousin got killed, may his soul rest in peace, because when ISIS went to that town, they found him inside the church praying, you know, so they beheaded him. May his soul rest in peace. And they killed other people from that town, so it's not only my father's cousin. So it was very terrible, but thankfully the Syrian army was able to liberate that town from ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and now the town of Maalula is completely safe. No terrorism at all, no danger at all. It's 100% liberated, and the churches have been rebuilt, and all of the things that got broken were, rebuilt, So that's my background, my religious background. I am half Druze and half Orthodox Christian. Let's see. Lauren is saying, I like how you pronounce the word stupid. Now I have to say it with your accent. My accent is actually very mixed, because I have a Middle Eastern and Nigerian accent. So it's like a mixture between Middle Eastern accent and an African accent. So like if you come to Nigeria, the Nigerians don't speak like me, English. And if you go to Syria, the Syrians don't speak English like me, because the way I speak English is like a mixture between both, And I also went to an American school, and I also went to a British school. So there are some words that I use that are more British, and there are some words that I use that are more American, but with the accent of Nigerian and Syrian. It's just so, I don't know if you can call it unique or not, but like if you come to Nigeria, you wouldn't find someone that speaks exactly like me, and if you go to Syria, you wouldn't find someone with the same accent as me. I don't know, maybe it's something good, Carol is saying, you've certainly had a fascinating life. Well, yeah, but to be honest, I wouldn't wish it on anybody, Okay, it's true. I've had a tough life, and I've lived in a war zone, and I've been through a lot of, struggle and so on, but it definitely made me stronger, it made me smarter, it made me more educated, and but I honestly would have preferred to stay shallow and dumb than to have experienced all of these things that I had to experience, It's just the truth. Because listen, I'm going to be very honest with you, no matter how positive and strong you are, living in a war zone, it will leave a scar inside your soul. There is no way around it. You can't be seeing blood on a daily basis and rockets falling and hearing that your best friend got killed or your relative, and still have a normal mentality. Something is definitely going to change. But the good thing about it is that I am very strong mentally. I have a very strong mental way. I was able to always be aware of my thoughts, aware of positive thoughts entering, aware of kicking out negative thoughts, always staying optimistic, always having a positive attitude about it, trying to use the time that I have in being productive and doing the things that I love doing, instead of being depressed and getting sad. Because most of my friends that were in Syria, most of them became suicidal, most of them became very sad, very down, very depressed, and you can't really blame them, you can't blame anyone. But what I did different is that I've always been someone that was interested in philosophy and interested in psychology, even though I didn't study psychology. Like when I went to university, I studied online marketing and advertisement. I didn't study psychology, but thanks to the internet, I always watch stuff about psychology, not to understand people, to understand my own self, to be able to control my own thoughts, to know how to be stronger mentally and deal with life. So that really helped me in staying positive, having a positive attitude, mentality, being strong. So that really helped me. And plus the support that I got from all of you guys also gave me a push. It gave me optimism that, okay, yes, it's true that I am living in a difficult times now, but everything in this life is temporary. So there is definitely going to be a day where I get out of this shithole that I am in, and then I would use all of this knowledge that I had to learn by force to my own advantage, and I'm going to live a beautiful life, and I'm going to have a very great future, and tomorrow in the future I'm going to get married, and I'm going to have children, and I'm going to raise them well, and I'm going to build my career, and I'm going to be successful. Like those were the things that I was always telling myself on a daily basis. Like, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's not up to the universe, it's up to me. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get out. I am going to be successful. I'm going to live the life I want to live. Like, I just kept on telling myself every single day, like even in the days where I felt down, like I would slap myself, like, shut the fuck up, you're going to make it, you're going to be successful, shut the fuck up. There is no successful person in this world that didn't suffer in his early life. So this is God just challenging you, because God wants to make you stronger, and God is preparing you for your future. So keep on going, bro, keep on going. You're hairy, you're not scary, you're hairy, my friend. I just kept on telling myself I just kept on telling myself stuff like that, and you know, it's good. It really helped me. It really did help me. So I'm grateful. Thank God for everything, and you know, thank God. Mango. Let's look at the. Oh my God, I have many new comments. Oh my God. Let me read out all the comments. Wow. I've been talking too much. I'm just seeing. Sonia saying, you made me cry. We have gone through a lot in the Middle East. Well, yeah, unfortunately, like, I don't know, it's just a curse. Like, the Middle East has been fucked up for so long. It's like, it's almost impossible for peace to be there in that area, because, you know, the West is always, you know, fucking with that country, and at the same time, the people there are so ignorant to the point that they allow religion and politics to divide them and to let them kill each other. You know, politicians, what politicians do is this: they try their best to keep the people divided, to put them inside groups so that they can easily control them. Because the politicians and these presidents, they know if the people are all united, it's very difficult to control them and to influence them. But once you start dividing them into groups, you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're a homosexual, you're straight, you're white, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're a victim, you're a oppressor, you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you're a Jew. Like, when they start dividing people in that way, they start using these kinds of stuff to control the people. That's what they do. And that's what is happening in America right now, and that is what has been happening in the Middle East. Like, if you look at the Islamic religion, for an example, in the Middle East, the Shia and the Sunni Muslims are always fighting each other, and they're always killing each other. When these two believe in the same thing, like they read the same book, they believe in the same prophet, you know, but they keep on killing each other. Like, the differences between the Shia and the Sunnis are very little difference, you know, it's not huge difference. But look at how the politicians keep on, you know, dividing them and making them fight, you know. That's why you have, like, look at Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia hates Iran. Why? Because Iran is a Shia Muslim country. Why does Iran hate Saudi? Because they are a Sunni Muslim country. Now Saudi Arabia, they're killing the Houthis in Yemen. The Houthis in Yemen are Shia. The Saudis are Sunni. The ISIS and Al-Qaeda that were fighting the Syrian government, the Syrian government are Alawis. So they started, you understand how they do it? They divide them, and then they easily control them to keep on fighting. And the politicians are making millions out of this, and they're making profits, and they're, you know, living in their castles and their mansions and their palaces, while the people are killing each other. You understand? So this is the game that I understood after years of, you know, watching politics. Because, you know, when the war started in Syria in 2011, I wasn't educated about politics, because in 2011, when the war started, I was only 18 years old. In 2011, I was only 18. Like, I just recently, graduated from high school. I was a kid, all I was thinking about was, oh, now I'm gonna go to the university, I'm gonna start dating all of these fine girls. All I started thinking about is going clubbing, going to parties, going to the bar, dating, playing football or playing soccer. Like, those were the things that were only in my mind. Like, I never was interested in politics, I was never interested in religion, I was never interested in any of this stuff. I was a kid, I was 18 years old, and you guys all remember when you were 18 years old how limited your thoughts were. You were only thinking about fun and party and girls and dating and love, and then the war started in Syria, and then I was forced to educate myself about politics, because it's not that I was interested in politics, it's that I was interested in knowing what is going to happen to my country. I wanted to know what is going to happen next to me and to my people and to my country. So it's like I was forced to watch politics and to listen to politicians and to their speeches and to what Obama's saying and to what Putin is saying and to what my president is saying and what Saudi Arabia and Erdogan in Turkey is saying. It's like I was forced, because I was always worried and scared about what is going to happen next. You understand? So that's how I became very educated about politics, and I still have a lot to learn. It's not like, oh, I'm so smart, I know everything. No, I still there, because politicians, they're all fucking bastards and they're all liars and deceivers, so you can't really trust them. But I have reached to the point in my life where I no longer support or no longer will stand behind any politician, because every single politician that I had hope for and I trusted brought me down, let me down, disappointed me. They're all liars. They are all liars. There is no politician that I know that isn't a fucking liar. And there are many politicians that I really was hopeful for, and I believed the promises that they made and the things they said and the things they said that they were going to do, and at the end of the day they all turned out to be liars. Whether we're talking about my president or your president or Obama or Trump or Biden or Putin or the Saudi Arabian king or Erdogan, all of them, you can't really put your trust behind any of these politicians, because I think in order to become a politician, first of all, you need to not have a soul. You must not be into humanity anymore, because all you need to do is to only think about your own interest and to fill your pockets with millions of dollars. And when your what they call it time is over, you take all your millions and you run away. That's how they all act. Where before you elect them, they come out and they promise you, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix that, we're gonna stop the war, we're gonna improve the economy, we're gonna do this, then at the end of the day, when you vote for them and they become in power, they all lie. They all stop implementing the things they promised you to do. So after many years, I reached the point where I will never ever do a video defending any politician anymore, because they all let me down. They're all fucking liars, guys. They're all liars. And even in America, like you guys are always divided. Oh, the Republicans are better than the Democrats, or the Democrats are better. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The Republicans are better than the Democrats, but that doesn't mean the Republicans are good people. They're also fucking bastards. Like, these politicians are also liars. It's not like the good and the Democrats are bad. No, it's that the Republicans are the lesser evil than the Democrats, but doesn't mean that the Republicans are good. You need someone who's an outsider, who's not a politician, who doesn't have blood on his hand, who hasn't been in the political arena for 20 or 30 years. How can you really expect someone who has been in the political arena for 30 years to really make a change? Like, look at, has life ever improved? No. So how can you put your trust on this guy? Like, look at Joe Biden for an example. I'll give you an example. Joe Biden has been in politics for how many years now? More than 40 years. How can you, and nothing has improved. He has never did anything that really improved the life of Americans. So when he came out and he was like, I'm running for presidency and I'm going to improve the country and I'm going to, it's like, how did the American people trust him? Like, you've been in power, been in the government for 40 years. Why didn't you do any improvement in that time? Weren't you also the vice president of Obama in 2008 till 2012? Where was this improvement? So now you expect us to believe you that now you are going to give us this improvement? It's like, how dumb can anybody be? Mango. Let's see, I think someone sent me a Black-Pilled Cat 3, Peter Gunn. He said he wants to, whoever it is, let's see if he will accept the request. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. This has been a very fun and live video. You know what? I think I'm going to post it because I think we've spoken about some interesting topics. So if you guys have any other topics you want me to cover, just write in the comments like, hey Treka, what do you think of this or that? And I'll give you my honest opinion. Yeah, so I mean, things are really, really crazy right now in the world. I mean, when you look at what's happening in the world, it really feels like it's the end of times. Like all of those signs that they used to tell us about when we were young. It feels like it's happening right now. It's like, what the hell? I was always hoping that it will happen in the times of my grandchildren. Like, let them suffer and let them live that crazy life. Why did we have to? It's crazy, guys. Oh my Lord. All right, people are asking. Natalie's saying if there was no war in the Middle East, it would be so successful and so many people would love to visit historical places. Well, yeah, I mean, like I could speak for my country, like Syria. Syria is a country that is very rich in history. Like we have Palmyra, we have Busra, we have the old city in Damascus, like Bab Tuma and Bab Sharki. Like all of these areas that I'm talking about are like thousands and thousands of years old, you know? Like the Christian town that my grandma is from, that's also thousands of years old. And like you have references of the Bible in there. You have another area called Saydnaya in Syria. It's very rich in history, very rich in history, very rich in culture, very interesting. And what is heartbreaking is that these fucking bastards, ISIS, when they came, they started going to all of these historical places and breaking all of these relics and monuments and statues because to them, monuments and relics and statues are haram. You know, it's a sin, you know, to have these kinds of stuff. So they started destroying, you know, monuments and relics that are thousands of years old. Like, look at how much of a barbarians these people are. Bill Bird is saying, do you believe there is a divide between the hairy and the non-hairy? I mean, there should be, because the hairy should have privileges, you know? At least we're not lying to ourselves. We are men, we have hair in our chest, and we are fucking proud of it. Look at all of these men in the West pull out their shirts, their tits are like a woman's tits. I mean, how the hell is that manly, you know? Mango. Black-Pilled Cat is saying at 18, I joined the military and felt a great need to be a patriotic soldier. Well, everyone loves to be a patriot for their country. But the problem with the West, or especially America, is that they lie to their soldiers and tell them that what you are doing right now is that you are doing this and you are putting your life in danger because you are defending your country. So my question to them is very logical. How the hell are you defending your country when you're inside somebody else's country attacking them? You know, normally when you're defending your country, you're defending it when an outside country attacks your country and is trying to invade your country and you're fighting back and you're kicking them out. You are really defending your country. Like when ISIS and Al-Qaeda entered Syria and the Syrian army started fighting ISIS and started killing them and kicking them out. Those people were really defending their country because the Syrian army was inside Syria fighting outsiders that entered, that tried to kill Christians and kill non-believers and kill Syrians that didn't have the same ideology as them. Those people are really people that are defending their country. But when, for an example, you see, for an example, an American soldier who went to Iraq, when George Bush came out and was like, we're sending American armies to Iraq because Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. So you have thousands of American soldiers. They went to Iraq. They destroyed Iraq. They caught Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein got killed. The president of Iraq got killed. They stole all the gold of Iraq, destroyed the economy and the country, and caused millions and millions of refugees. They caused a huge refugee crisis. And most importantly, hundreds and hundreds of American soldiers lost their lives. They died inside Iraq. You understand? So after Iraq got destroyed and all of this bullshit happened, the people started asking the American government, okay, where is this weapons of mass destruction that we sent our children to go and die because of? What did the American government say? They said, oh, it turned out that Saddam Hussein doesn't have weapons of mass destruction. It turned out that we made a mistake. It's like, what kind of stupid mistake is that? Thousands of people died, millions of refugees, the country's economy is destroyed. Many Americans either died or came back home without a leg, without a hand, without a testicle. And the people that came back to America completely without losing any body part, they came out with trauma, with psychological trauma, because of all the death and explosion that they had to witness on a daily basis. You understand? So the American government lies to the American people and tell them we're sending you to other countries because you are a patriot and you are defending your country. It's like, how are you defending your country when you're inside somebody else's country, invading it? That's what, it's not called defending, it's called an invasion. But some people don't really accept what I am saying because either they are allergic to facts or either they just don't want to accept the truth, So, of course, there is nothing wrong with being a patriot. Everyone should be a patriot and should defend their country. But you also should remember, when you are inside somebody else's country attacking, you're not a defender of your country. You're an invader of that country. These are just facts, Because at the end of the day, how is Saddam Hussein a threat to America? He's not a threat to America. He doesn't have rockets that can reach Spain. How is he a threat to America? What about Afghanistan? How is Afghanistan a threat to America? It's not a threat to America. What about Syria? What about Libya? Like these people, they're not a threat to America. They're not a threat. They don't even have rockets that can reach America. So like, you understand, there's another game happening. There's another game happening, but they're not telling you about it, When they attacked Libya, why did they attack Libya? Wasn't it because Gaddafi came out and was like, we're gonna change our currency to gold? You know what will happen to America's economy if that happened? They destroyed Libya, they killed Gaddafi, and then now in Libya they're having a slave trade happening in Libya. Is that a solution? What about Syria? Just because they don't like the Syrian president, Obama and Joe Biden started funding ISIS and Al-Qaeda because they were hoping that ISIS and Al-Qaeda will overthrow the Syrian president and then a chaos will happen in Syria. And when the chaos happens in Syria, the American government will be there to save the day. We're going to Syria to help the innocent children that are dying under the hands of ISIS that we funded but don't tell anyone. Then they will put a puppet president that will say yes to America on anything they say. And it's just a game. It's just a game to them. It's like the lives of innocent people. To them, it's a game. Like, wait, I'm going to ask you a question, and I really want you to answer this honestly. Do you think that when Joe Biden decided to withdraw all the American troops from Afghanistan, do you think the American government was so stupid that they didn't know that the Taliban was going to take over? Why did they leave all of those weapons there? Like, you just think about it logically. Like, I'm just telling you, use your brain and forget CNN, forget Fox News, forget BBC, forget the mainstream media. You just use your own brain And think about it. Is the American government that stupid that when they decided to withdraw all their troops and they left all the American heavy weapons in Afghanistan, do you think that they didn't know that Afghanistan was eventually going to take over? They 100% fucking knew. They 100% fucking knew. And they did that intentionally. You understand? Because they want chaos to stay in that area. Because as long as there is chaos in that area, they're always going to be there, take the oil, take the opium. They'll have a reason to go back to Afghanistan in the future, you know? Tomorrow they'll be like, oh, look, we really tried to withdraw, but look, when the chaos happened, we were forced to send our troops back there, you know? That's what they do. That's what they do. Okay, they went to Iraq. They killed Saddam Hussein. They destroyed the country, destroyed the economy. Saddam Hussein is not there. There is no weapons of mass destruction there anymore. Why do they still have military bases in Iraq? Why? There is no weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein is out. Why is there still a military base in Iraq? Isn't it to take the oil and the fuel there? Why is it a coincidence? No, just use your brain. Is it a coincidence that everywhere there is an American military base in the Middle East are all areas that are rich in oil and fuel? Why isn't the American military base in the city of Sweda in Syria? Why is it in the north? Why? It's because Sweda doesn't have gas. Sweda doesn't have fuel. Who has fuel and gas? The north of Syria. That's why you have American military bases in the north. And I've done many videos of this with proofs and videos, and you see the American military there, and they're taking the oil, and they have the machines for the fuel, and they're taking the oil, and then they'll send the oil to Turkey, and they'll sell it in the black market. It's like all of this stuff are documented. It's not like now I am just creating a conspiracy theory. I have videos with proof and videos, and you see the American military base with their flag and the American soldiers. All of this that they are on camera. But the problem is like CNN, they'll not show you guys this stuff. They will not tell you about this stuff because they don't want you to be educated, because they know 100% if the American people are educated about this stuff, they will be against it. So, okay, let us keep them distracted with stupid stuff like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and Kim Kardashian having a divorce with Kanye West, and let them keep on talking about this stupid, silly stuff, and let us keep on doing our dirty stuff outside. That's what they do, and they've been doing this for more than 20 years. It's not like this is a new strategy that they just implemented 2 years ago. This has been going on for more than 20 years. But like I told you guys, when I was 18 years old, I didn't know any of this stuff because I was young and stupid and shallow and so on. But when I lived in a war zone, I was forced to be educated about all of this stuff. And when I started getting educated about all of this stuff, I was very shocked by the cruel reality that we all live in. Like, look at how like cruel this life is, you know? So this is the truth, guys. Unfortunately. Let's see who else has question. Wow, a lot of comments. Oh my God. Natalie is saying, I think all over the world, beautiful giant monuments have been destroyed. YouTube, something called Tartaria mud flood. It's a rabbit hole. I'll check it out. Leif is saying, America's administration lets the enemy in at the southern border along with all the innocent people. I mean, it's very dumb to have open borders and to let people just enter illegally, because like when you think of it, when ISIS and Al-Qaeda entered Syria, do you think they entered legally with a visa and they came in with in the airport, from the airport? No, they crossed the border illegally, because of course if they were going to apply for a visa and they were going to enter legally, the Syrian government was going to do background checks, and they're going to know that these people are terrorists and they stand with Al-Qaeda and ISIS, and they would have never let them in. That's why these jihadists, entered illegally. It doesn't, of course, I'm not saying, that doesn't mean what I am saying is that every single person that is entering illegally to America from the Mexican border is a criminal. I'm saying that, of course, there's a huge amount of people that would enter like that, because think about it, if let's say you're a criminal and you have criminal records and your reputation is
is very bad. Like if you apply legally and they do a background check on you, they're not gonna let you in. But if you enter illegally, how are they going to know? If they ask you for your documentation on your ID, you can easily say, "Oh, I don't have it with me. It got burnt or whatever." So it's crazy. Narana Sen Bush said, we believe that doesn't mean they have factual information, which turned out to be a lie. I mean, Narana, come on. If that's an excuse for George Bush, that's a very, very weak excuse. What do you mean we believe? So you would enter a country, you will enter a country and destroy it on something that you're not sure of? Like, how dumb is that? So, like, if let's say I know that an ISIS let's say there is a neighbor and I'm not very sure if ISIS lives there or not. I'm just going to go there and shoot everybody as soon as I enter the house. And then after I shoot them all, I'll be like, oh my God, I actually believed that there were terrorists in that house. It turned out I was wrong. All right, sorry. I mean, come on, the American intelligence is one of the strongest intelligence in the world. Their secret service, everyone knows how strong and smart and they have information that the CIA or the FBI and all of these people, the intelligence, they knew what they were doing, but they had to lie so that the American people would allow them to start a war. And plus, why didn't they say that we're doing this because they were responsible for the 9/11 Twin Tower shit? What did Iraq have to do with 9/11, September 11? Because remember, when they invaded Iraq, it was after September 11th. So it's not only about weapons of mass destruction. They lied, and everyone knows that. It's not like it's a secret. They knew what they were doing, but they needed a good excuse so that the American people wouldn't question why they want to invade. You understand? Narana's saying is to keep selling American-made weapons. That's very true. That's very true. Like, look at the problem between Saudi Arabia and Yemen right now. Do you think America wants to solve that problem? If the problem between Saudi Arabia and Yemen ends today, Saudi Arabia wouldn't have to be buying weapons every year from America. So America wants the war to keep on going because the more the war is going, the more they'll be selling them weapons to Saudi Arabia. Same with Ukraine and Russia. If the fight ends, they will not be selling Ukraine weapons anymore. It's a business to them. It's just making money. Narana is saying that's why the picture of what happens to soldiers can be aired on mainstream media. Can't be aired. Yeah, exactly. Malvan is saying America is not the world police. No business in these other countries. That's what I always say. It's like, why doesn't America just leave the world alone? Like, I really believe if America just leaves the world alone for just for 10 years, just don't interfere, don't fuck with other countries, don't fight other countries through proxies, don't send weapons, just leave the world alone. And with all of these trillions of dollars that you're spending on a yearly basis on military bases and weapons and war, use this money for the American people. Rebuild the economy. You fix the inflation problem. Fix the roads. Help the homeless people in America. Fix the education system. Make healthcare free for all American people. Like with these trillions of dollars, you guys can make healthcare for free. Now in America, if somebody breaks his leg, he's afraid to go to the hospital because of the bill that he's going to pay, because of how expensive hospitals are in America. So instead of paying trillions of dollars every year, it's not like over the 20 years they're paying trillions of dollars every year just to maintain their military bases and for the wars and the rockets they're throwing and the soldiers they're sending with the food and all of this stuff. Like if they just use this money just for 10 years, if they just put a hold on all the wars they are doing, all the military bases they are maintaining in the Middle East, to just stop that for 10 years and use that money that they're going to save to help rebuild America and make America better. Oh my God. You guys will be living like kings. Narana saying they have natural resources to be stolen. Exactly, like that's what they do. That's why you don't see them like, you know, conquering countries that are not rich in oil or gas. Like, what are they going to do? Like steal their flowers? That doesn't make them money. Quentin Honig is saying Canada is a bigger threat to America. I think the biggest threat to America is the American government. That's my own opinion.
Narana is saying China is the real threat because China is a pure competitor. Well, yeah, China is not even is not like China is an angel, but at least like you don't hear about China like invading other countries and killing other people. So it's like I think that everyone, the majority of the world right now are having problem with the American government because of the wars that they are doing right now. Narana is saying they are 1.4 billion deep with and with American dollars we made them the hegemony. Yeah, fucking crazy guys. We live in a world that is crazy. Serena Felix is saying if we use our brain, we are called conspiracy theorists. Yes, and the fact checkers will flag our post and call us that we are a threat to democracy, and they will shadow ban us and they will close our account. You know, but if we're talking about Kim Kardashian or Tekashi 69, or you would see that this video would be reaching millions. But because we're talking about important topics that really affect the human race and the world, they will not like make my videos reach to more people. But you know, like the more you guys share my videos, like now at the end of this video, this live video, if you guys can do me a favor and just go to my profile and just share like your favorite video of mine to your story and tag like my name and like tell your friends to follow me. Like, hey guys, follow this hairy man. His name is Treka. Like share like one of my your favorite videos of mine to your story. This will really help me reach more people and it will really help me get my message across to more and more people because that's my goal. Like I need all of these people to know more about this stuff because the mainstream media is not reporting about this at all. Malvan is saying America has admitted they don't know if the weapons they sent to Ukraine ended up with the Ukrainians. It's not, it's true. It's true. Like I've heard like these weapons are with like neo-Nazi terrorist groups in Ukraine right now. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but this is what I've heard. And like some people are posting pictures and videos of like American weapons with them. And the problem is I don't find that to be difficult to believe because when the war started in Syria, like I remember I was one of like the first people that came out and was like, guys, you know, America's sending weapons to ISIS and Al Qaeda. And some people called me a conspiracy theorist. But the way I found out about it was very simple because the Syrian government buys all the weapons from Russia and sometimes from Iran, but mainly from Russia. So, like if you go to the Syrian army or the Syrian military, most of the weapons that they have are Russian made. But when the Syrian army was going to areas under the control of ISIS and Al Qaeda and they would liberate that area, when they go to the headquarters, they would find all of these American weapons. So it's like, how the hell did these weapons reach Syria? You know, Syria doesn't own American weapons, and Syria's relationship with America is already bad. So Syria already doesn't buy weapons from America. So how are all of these American weapons entering Syria? And that's how we started knowing, oh, okay. So America's sending them fucking weapons, you know? And then Obama was like, oh, when people started asking Obama about it, it was like, wait. Yes, it's true we're sending weapons, but we are sending weapons to freedom fighters and moderate rebels. That's what Obama actually called ISIS and Al Qaeda. Obama actually called ISIS and Al Qaeda freedom. Listen, look how stupid do you think the people are? Freedom fighters and moderate rebels. That's what ISIS and Al Qaeda is to the eyes of Obama. Moderate rebels. So it's like, what can you say? You know, there are a lot of people that are brainwashed and ignorant, but you just have to like keep on educating them until, you know, so that history wouldn't repeat itself again. But this is the truth, and that's how we started knowing about all of this stuff. Veronica saying, if you understand psychopath and sociopath, then you understand how power is the ultimate goal. Well, yeah, that's what these politicians want. Narana saying you should see American street these days, though all the failing infrastructures and drug addict. Well, yeah, I've seen videos like of Compton and Detroit, and I'm seeing. Don't worry, I have a lot of followers from America, so they keep sending me like, look at this shit over here. Also, I have a friend, she's from Pennsylvania, and she was also sending me some videos from there. Sonia saying critical race theory and girls and boys washrooms and grooming children for purpose. Well, yeah, that's what they want you guys to be focusing on. Whether a man is allowed to take a piss in the woman's toilet or not. Like that's like one of the most important issues that we need to be discussing. If a dude is allowed to take a piss in the same toilet that my daughter is entering, and it's actually sexist if you disagree with that. It's like how dare you be against this dude that is wearing a dress to take a piss inside the woman's toilet? Yes, we understand your wife is there. We understand your little daughter is there. But what's the problem? He's not a pervert. It's like, I don't understand. Like, this world is crazy. Mango. Natalie saying government has been lying to the people since the beginning of time. I wonder how much of history is fake too. Well, yeah, that's a very, very good point. That's a very, very good point. It really makes you start questioning all of these history books because we're seeing how they are manipulating the truth right now. I know it's thanks to the internet, like we can now expose their lies and like know when they're lying and when they're not lying. But in those days, like how did they know? So it's like the people that won the war and destroyed it, they would write the history book and be like, oh, we were the good people, they were the bad people, and so it's crazy, guys. I mean, guys, this has been a very, very enjoyable live video. Like, I wasn't expecting to enjoy this live video this much. I'm definitely going to post it on my Instagram page after this live video ends. Normally, like, I'll do a live video and I'll let it disappear, but this time I'm going to, post it. Girl with this golden soul says, Treka, it's sad that you know more about America than many Americans. Our people have gone to sleep. It's maddening. Well, I mean, if it's because of the mainstream media in your country, that's the main reason why many Americans are not educated about what is really going on because the mainstream media in your country are not telling you the truth. They're lying to you. It's all propaganda and it's all. But me, because I'm an outsider, so when I'm looking at what they are saying, I'm looking at what they are saying from an outsider perspective. So I don't have emotions attached to their promises or to what they're saying. I'm really looking at it from a factual point of view. And, so I don't really use emotion. And I'm not really biased toward any side in America. So when I am seeing it, I can really see and read between the lines and see whether they're lying or not because I'm used to it. Like I already know how much they lied because of the war in Syria. So when they're lying about other stuff, I can now like pick up on it. But some people, when they're living inside the bubble, it's very hard like to see the truth and the lie. But me, I'm living outside of the bubble, so I can see it more clearly than the people living inside. So I think maybe that's it. I'm not sure. NDK is saying, how far are you guys laughing at our president? I mean, on a daily basis, to be honest, on a daily basis. I, as a comedian, sometimes I look for material to do comedy, but with Joe Biden, it's like it's free comedy material on a daily basis. Not like the guy says something stupid once a month. He says something stupid every day. Every single time you put a microphone in front of that bastard's face, he starts saying dumb shit. He starts mumbling. He starts saying sentences that doesn't make sense. He starts shaking hands with thin air, or he falls down, or he sniffs a child. He's so embarrassing. He's so embarrassing. Oh my God. Till today, I honestly can't believe Joe Biden is president. It's really unbelievable how they say 81 million people voted for him. Like till today, I'm still having a problem accepting that statement. One blind one is saying facts, facts, facts. We are our own enemy and the biggest danger to ourselves. Well, I mean, if you guys, educate yourself more about like what is going on behind closed doors and you're aware of what the lies that your government is saying, they wouldn't be able to do it anymore. Girl with the golden soul is saying, I once believed our government was good. God, I was so stupid. I honestly believe that the US government is perhaps the most corrupt on earth. I believe so too. Unfortunately, it's the truth. I mean, the amount of destruction that they have caused in the world is just too much. It's too much. Like, look at it: Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Libya, Somalia, Vietnam, Hiroshima. It's like it just keeps on going. Like there are many, many, many countries that they have attacked or destroyed, or it's just too much, man. It's just too much. It's just so sad. All of these innocent people that died because of politicians. It's just so sad, man. Sonia Govahi is saying they were training in USA and then sent to the Middle East to have havoc in the Middle East. Well, it's good you reminded me, Sonia, about something very important. When Donald Trump became president in 2016, there was a CIA program that Obama had that Donald Trump stopped, which was the training of ISIS members in Syria. When Obama was president, there was a CIA program that they had that they were actually like sending, like I said, sending money and weapons, and they were actually training ISIS fighters to go to Syria and start fighting and killing innocent Syrian people. And when Donald Trump became president, he knew about this program that the Obama started, and he put an end to it. This is a fact, 100% fact. And if you want, at the end of this live video, you can Google it. There was a CIA program that Obama was doing where the CIA was funding and training ISIS fighters to go and fight in Syria. It's like, what else can you say? Like, can you see how evil these fucking idiots are? And some people be like, oh, we miss Obama. He was so presidential and so well spoken. And we also love his husband, Michael. Michael was the best, man. It's like, dude, did you know what Obama was doing and how much destruction Obama caused in the Middle East? It's crazy because not only Syria, we're also talking about Iraq and we're also talking about Libya. So Obama was the devil. Well, I think it's because he was the first African American president that you're not allowed to, criticize him. Because if you criticize Obama, you're only doing it because you're racist. It's not because of the actions he did and the policies he implemented. They will tell you you're doing this because you are racist. It's so stupid, guys. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, I have to go. This live video has been very amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And like I said, at the end of this live video, please do me a little favor and go to my Instagram page and share your favorite video of mine, like which video you really love or made you laugh or educated you. Share it to your story, tag my Instagram name, and like encourage your friends to follow me so that I can be able to reach more people with my videos and like, you know, give my message away to all of these people. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you're also on Facebook or YouTube or Telegram or Twitter or TikTok, just follow me there too in case something happens to this Instagram page. You guys will also be updated with my latest videos because you know how like Instagram are working these days. You can suddenly just decide to close your Instagram page. So you guys can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Telegram, all under the name Treka Z. So if you go to YouTube, just write Treka Z, you will find me. Facebook, Treka Z, TikTok, Telegram, Treka Z. You can follow me there. And like I said, share any of my videos to your story after this video ends. Tag me and I will repost the story you shared, and it will really help me reach more people. So I would really appreciate it. I don't know how many followers I have right now, but we're almost gonna be 15,000 followers, which is really good. I have 14,700 followers on Instagram. So if we can be able to make it reach 20,000, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. So that would be all for today. Thank you all so much. Natalie Habibi saying تصبح على خير, good night. She's telling me good night in Arabic. Thank you so much, Natalie.
I didn't know you were Arab. Well, I should have known from your name because your name is Natalie Habibi. Habibi means my love in Arabic. So yeah, that would be all for today. Thank you all so much. Love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.